Hello and welcome to this video on GrabCAD Print updates for December and January. My name is Robert French and I'm a 3D printing applications engineer with GoEngineer. For the Pro version of the software, we've seen some updates to labels. We can now delete all existing labels in one click, and label templates are now going to give us a preview of the label before we create it, so we have a better expectation of what will be created. For the standard version of the software, we see some great updates to the J7 and J8 series of printers. We can now load cleaning fluid cartridges in up to 3 of the material slots. It'll be 1 of these cartridges per head, and this lets us run the printer with only 3 materials loaded and run all of the different modes: high quality, high speed, whatever. We also have an option to use only 1 UV lamp in high quality mode, and this has just been turned on as standard or default now. There's a very similar upgrade for Connex 3 machines as well. They can now run with only 2 materials loaded. If we only have 2 materials on hand or only want to run a part with 2 materials, this is a great option. It's called Digital Material 2 or DM2 mode. Our specialty printers for the PolyJet series are also updated. Anatomy materials are going to be more limited when mixed with other model or support materials. This is just helping to improve overall part quality. And the fashion option on these PolyJet machines is also improved. The UI inside of GrabCAD Print is going to save the UV LED recipes. We're going to see better total slices, including those penetration layers down into the fabric. So really great improvements here. Origin printers got some great updates, bringing them more in line with the functionality we see of our other technologies in GrabCAD Print. There's a cancel button added at the top of the screen when we're generating anchors or support. This can be a lengthy process, and if we know we made a mistake or need to move on to another task, we can now cancel that. If anything was generated, it will be removed though. And also, when modifying the parameters surrounding anchors and support, we're going to see an asterisk next to those different profiles to make sure we understand our part needs to be updated, our geometry needs to be updated to take those changes into account. The January updates didn't contain any new usable tools or functionality, but certainly some great bug fixes and things to look forward to. There's a part interference fix where parts overlapping or going outside the build tray were giving us faulty errors when that wasn't really the case. The 3D viewer update for PolyJet is a future prep. That means there's more things coming where this new viewer is really going to give us a lot of new usability. Voxel print files, which are kind of 3D pixels, kind of at the heart of high quality PolyJet prints, are now importable by all J series printers. You still need the license to create these files, but if you have multiple PolyJet printers, you can now distribute these jobs to those different PolyJet printers. The J5 DentaJet saw some great update to the user interface. IFU, or instructions for use, are now inside of the software, giving us kind of a roadmap how to best use the software. The model settings panel has been revised, once again giving us a favorites option or defaults, and end-to-end workflow is now supported, so we can now really see a high quality scan taking into account color and geometry, take it full end-to-end workflow inside of our J5 DentaJet and print. So really powerful end-to-end workflow. Let's look at these dental improvements in software. I'll select my model and change to digital materials, which is a combination of 2 or more materials. Choosing my 2 different materials, I can combine them, and I have several different combination types. I'll choose the one I like and click this plus sign to make it a favorite. Now when I switch back to tray materials, I always have that favorite selectable, and if I want to remove it, I simply right click and click remove. The DentaJet and TrueDent materials can be a little intimidating for first time users. There's now a quick way to access the PDF guides to help you along. If I switch over my support and materials to the TrueDent, I will now see a notification at the bottom of my screen linking me to those PDF guides. The January update brought great enhancements to Origin as well. Downward Z faces were having an issue with overcuring and additional layers being added. A new parameter called Z compensation will offset those surfaces and give us an accurate print. Origin Dental was also having an issue with the filter support in cavity, sometimes not alerting us when necessary supports had been removed. but we're now going to receive a warning message about that. And lastly, P2P struts, if they are not feasible, we're going to automatically switch over to scaffolds and not be left hanging without support. So really some good automation to make sure you're not left with a part unsupported and not feasible for printing. That's it for the updates to GrabCAD Print for December and January. If you have any questions, you can always email us. And as always, thanks for watching.